And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Titch and Gee's Results Roundup and Prediction Show. This is obviously the last episode where we go over the previous round of scoring, obviously because the season's finished. But first and foremost, Geezer, how are you doing on this lovely day?
Yeah, mate. Good. A bit cloudy here, but yeah, all good. What is that?
No.
I was going to say something now. I forgot.
Well, let me just. I know no one's in here yet. Well, actually, this says no one's watching. So let me just read it. Stuart says, "Good evening, brother Titch and Kieran. Good evening, Stuart. I hope you're well." Danny says, "Smash a like and subscribe." Danny, I promise you, there's no need for that. I appreciate it, but this channel is, it's not that. So I do appreciate it, but and yeah, it's just, we're just here, just a little thing, doing our thing on a Friday night. But I do appreciate it. But there's no need, trust me. But I appreciate it. Robert, big up Robert Singleton, evening one and all.
Robert.
And good evening, Inky says, good evening, Titch, Geezer, Stu, Robert and all. Right, so let me just quickly play what you sent me earlier, and then we can speak about what you've been getting up to. Where is it? One sec, I put it in here. Let's have a little play of this.
Loose your heads. Yeah.
That's not how I remember Brighton Beach. So where was no, seriously, where was that and what is that? Because I see little island looking things and stuff. Yeah,
it's at Noosa Heads. Well, the Heads part is just around the corner of that, but that's where you look along. That's the going up the east coast of Australia. That's what you see, and then to the right, as I panned round to the right there, that will be Fraser Island,
right?
Which is it's the biggest sand island in the world, I think, and it's stunning. It's a beautiful, massive island, but it's beautiful, and when you go up that coastline there, you can get a ferry over to it. It's only 4-wheel drives on there because you're driving on sand everywhere. Yeah. So you can get the ferry. It's a 5-minute ferry. That's how close the water is between each other at one point. So you can pop over there on a ferry and drive around the island. That's what a lot of people do.
Have you done that before on the ferry?
Yeah, I have. Fraser, so Morton, because another island before it called Morton Island. Again, another beautiful island. That's lovely. And then you got Stradbroke Island. So yeah, we've been over in Morton. I ripped my exhaust off the fucking 4-wheel drive. And while I was over there, I hit a dip and it took the exhaust off. So I had to drive around quite noisily for a day or so.
You didn't leave the exhaust on the island, did you?
No. No, they're very, very big on that here. You leave nothing. When you go to the islands, mate, whatever you bring, you take home with you. You know, that's it. And quite right, because they are pristine. They're beautiful places. Fraser is the only place where it's got the actual not diluted down dingoes, because a lot of the dingoes now have been diluted all over Australia. They're been mixed in with wild dogs. They're not purebreds. But on Fraser Island, because they're on an island, they are purebred dingoes.
So you saw them dingoes?
You do if you go to Fraser, you will, yeah.
Yeah, and like, how wild are they? Like, can you, like, when you're on an island with them and you're
they're wild, but then they won't attack you. But they will attack small babies. If you're in a tent out there, they'll come for that. The problem, the idiots that go over there start feeding them, throwing them scraps, and that brings them into the campsites and looking for human food. You can't be doing that. You leave them alone. You don't give them nothing. They'll find food. They'll find food. Don't worry about it. I've been doing it for fucking hundreds of thousands of years. They'll be right.
So that Fraser Island, where the indigenous dingoes are, what do they survive on that island?
Well, I'd imagine they'll kill possums, rats, mice, whatever. You know, they'll find something to hunt and kill and eat.
Yeah.
They're a problem for some of the farmers, you know, when you go out west. You know, they'll attack the lambs and the sheep. They'll eat sheep and attack the lambs and take the lambs. So they'll eat any small marsupial here. There'll be plenty on that island to attack and eat.
Bloody hell. Right. Danny said,
But Noosa itself, guys, is a beautiful, beautiful spot.
Yeah,
it's serious money, though, guys. You want to live up there, you'll serious money. I walked past a real estate there because my mate was pricing a job there for someone, and there's a lovely little street there, and I looked at the real estate, and there was one house on the hill there looking over that Noosa Heads, and it was $13.5 million. It was on sale for.
Fucking hell.
But your average houses there go for about $1.5 to $2 million, you know, $2.5 million.
How far is that location from where you live driving?
It's about a 2-hour drive.
Oh,
2 hours 15. Yeah.
It's
a nice, lovely spot.
Danny says, let's do your wins this week. Robert says, hit the thumbs down. Big up Wally. Wally said, Florida looks great. Walito. Danny says, looks well nice. I wish I was there.
Yeah, it's a lovely spot.
Robert, it's the manager go around.
Sure
is. Oh, we've got the Isle of Dogs.
Yeah, Robert. Like I've worked on there many times too on the Isle of Dogs. Yeah.
Right. So, where do we start? I think we start with the Europa League final. I can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can you not hear Giza? Right, somebody put in the chat if you can hear Giza, or is it just me? Oh, come on. Somebody put in the chat. Can you hear Giza? Can you hear me? No, they can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I don't know.
Now I can. Can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Strange.
Yeah, I don't know why. Couldn't hear nothing, but you.
What?
Yeah, so the Europa League final. Did you watch it?
Yeah, I got up for it, mate. I was hoping, but you know, the night before, me and Kieran were talking about it. You know, we're talking about this run they've been on. You know, 51 games unbeaten, and I said, you know, Kieran, I think the one they will lose is the Atlanta game. I can't even remember what I picked last. I'd imagine I picked Leverkusen to win it, but I said I think this is the one they lose. I think they'll win their trophy this weekend, their own FA Cup, whatever it is.
Yeah, they should do.
But I think they will lose against Atlanta. And then, yeah, I watched it, and Atlanta played it well, man. Technically, they were brilliant. They high pressed them, they shut them down, they man-to-man marked them almost. And then, you know, it weren't always high pressed. Then they'd come back to the halfway line, and then they'd press. They stopped them playing. They stopped Xhaka and that Wirtz playing.
Yeah. And
closed them down at every. I'm really strong in defence. I thought they were superb. Atlanta, they got the tactics right. Really did. The high press really, because they were giving the ball away a lot, Leverkusen, from being pressured all the time. You know, trying to bring the ball out, and 3 cracking finishes from Little Lookman. The boy that missed that terrible penalty against us for Fulham. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
He chipped it in Fabianski's hand.
I didn't realise he's from the same borough as me until they was saying it on.
Yeah, Hounslow, isn't he?
He's from Wandsworth
Is
borough.
It?
Yeah, so. All
right, he could be Wandsworth. Yeah, probably. Right.
Yeah, so he's from Wandsworth borough, but I don't know which part of the borough he's from. But obviously, that's the same borough that I'm in. But I always thought he was like, because he played for Charlton, I just thought he was from out of them sort of side, like Lewisham or whatever. But obviously, he's from Wandsworth. Yeah, so I didn't know that.
How's that? Right.
You know, the thing with him was obviously he played for England at youth level. He rejected Nigeria on 3 separate occasions. He really wanted to play for England, and then I think maybe reluctantly, then gave in to their them pursuing him, and he went for. And I'm not just saying this because I'm just saying this as an example of there were players that sort of don't make the grade or don't get a look in.
That's right. Yeah, don't get a look in is more to the point. If you think you're not going to get a look in for England, you'll go to if you can, your parents' country or whatever. You will do that second, won't you? Because I mean, unless you're Italian and you want to play with Italy, whatever, or German. I'll imagine most of the African nations, they're never going to win a World Cup, are they?
No.
These teams, they're never going to win a World Cup. They might knock on the door here and there, but so if you have all big trophies, so if you can get the England team, you're going to try that first. And like I said, he's done all the cockatoos. He's done all the 18s, didn't he, and the under 20s and whatever with England.
Yeah.
But it just shows you don't get picked for that next step. I mean, fucking Declan Rice done it. He thought he weren't going to ever make the England, so he thought he'd pop off to Ireland.
Yeah.
Then he got a sniff. Then he got a look in, and then he went, bollocks to Ireland. I'm off to England. Dirty bastard.
Yeah.
Dirty bastard, yeah. Anyway, yeah. But what a way to fucking... Imagine, is that the first hat-trick final, isn't it? On a Europa League.
First hat-trick, they said, since it's been a one-legged... whether it's the UEFA Cup or Europa League, first hat-trick. Right. He was phenomenal. And I don't know if you agree with me and people in the chat, I think Bayer Leverkusen were terrible. And you can excuse that, but you wouldn't expect it in a final. But they were, for me, they was woeful. They looked like, what the fuck are you not doing in the final? Like, yeah. I think I'd give all credit to Atlanta there. I think they just threw them off. See, when you see West Ham who went to Leverkusen and sat back with fucking 10, 11 men, and they broke us down in the end. But our first half against them at home, we fucking made them look fairly average because we went at them. Exactly.
Atlanta done that today. The high pressed them when took the ball off them and counter-attacked really quickly. And it just threw them. It threw them off their game. Like, Xhaka was shut down. He'd been a big part of that. Florian Wirtz was poor. Even his set pieces there were shit.
Yeah.
The balls into the box were poor. And I think they just done them. And they couldn't find a way through or a way into a game for the first time all fucking season. But, there you go.
But, ultimately, it was one man that was the difference because he scored all 3 goals. And have you ever, can you remember, and anybody in the chat as well, I always try and, where possible, keep you lot involved. Like, can anybody have a final that stands out to them where one player sort of was the main man in that final? In any, whether it's FA Cup, Champions League, whatever. When was the last time somebody,
first.
Exactly. Yeah? So that's one, and that's going back to 66. Anything more recent? Anybody where somebody was, he was the man in the final,
free cracking finishes, man. Fucking
he was lively, man. He was skillful. He knew when to take on his players, when to just pass it back, when to hold it up, when to slow it down.
Plays for Scamacca as well.
Europa Conference last year, Europa League this year, and it just goes to show if you play to certain people's strengths, apparently their manager at the start of the season, he said Scamacca looks lazy and blah blah blah. He had a few health issues and whatnot, but even their manager said he looks lazy or he is lazy. And then maybe he realized, okay, I've got to maybe adjust and tweak it a little bit and play to he's not going to do it Antonio and run the channels and all of that. But you can see the value. He played one ball, I think, with the outside of his boot in the second half, which was
the screamer, wasn't it? It was so. Is it going to cut out?
Exactly.
Is it not? We're just taking away from that defender. And you go, what a ball that was.
Yeah, because it was.
And even his assist was smart. He was deep in his own half there, picking that ball up and run. He just run and knew he had to get it out to him because he was one-on-one with that geezer, that defender that he was ripping apart. So he just needed to get the ball to him, and he made sure he got it. And he scores that goal, and he gets an assist, which is smart.
Yeah. I'm watching it yesterday, even though he cuts a sort of sulky figure, but that's probably just who he is. But I was happy for Scamacca because I understand, as a footballer, if you're played in a system that doesn't suit you and it doesn't enhance your capabilities, you're gonna, and a foreign country and all that as well, you're gonna struggle, man. Like mentally, you're gonna struggle as well. So yeah, I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's got a trophy. because they'd lost. No, sorry, Lookman this year. Everybody, you would have heard it in the commentary. 2024, he lost the AFCON final with Nigeria. They lost the Coppa Italia to Juve.
Yeah.
So this was Lookman's third final this year and Atalanta's second final this year. So yeah. He was due a win, and Lookman's probably.
It was only last weekend he lost that Italian final.
Yeah, I didn't even realize they'd played that. What was the score?
Yeah, there was a weird symmetry to that. They were in the cup final last weekend, and Leverkusen are in their final this weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, well done Atalanta. Well done Lookman. Well done Scamacca. What we got here? And well done the manager. Lookman scored a hat-trick and West Ham want him, says Robert. Lookman went to college in Peckham. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeboah for us against Monaco scored a hat-trick. What, in the final? Leeds weren't... Nah, it wasn't in the final, was it? Couldn't have been.
No, I don't...
What game was that? What game was that? Wally says Tom Brady. Wally, you're English, mate. Stop trying to blame America. You're English.
Maybe Usyk. He done a job, didn't he?
We're sending Wally to Coventry. That is the term, innit? Is that what it says?
Sent to Coventry. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna send you to Coventry.
You've been there before.
Yeah, sent there before. It wasn't a final, but he ran the game from start to finish. Oh, that must have been Champions League then, I reckon. Leeds v Monaco. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? So Paqueta being found guilty by the FA.
I didn't expect that.
Nor did I.
Didn't expect that. Well,
I didn't.
He hasn't been found guilty so much. They've charged him, haven't they?
Yeah, and then they've pinpointed the 4 yellow cards they got in. I haven't looked at them. They had a video. I didn't even bother clicking on it. Have you seen the 4 yellow cards?
No. Gio done a thing there. He said a couple of them don't look good. That's all he said. He looked at them and he went, "Oh, fuck." He said they do look a bit. But then again, this is a hindsight thing. You've been charged. I'm sure there's a lot of bookings every week that if you went back and looked at them, and went, "Oh, that looks dodgy." Yeah. If you add that to it, so look, I just don't know how they fucking prove it. They know people bet on it over in Paketar Island and earn money. You know what I mean? There was I don't think there's any gain here for Paketar.
No. But
there might be gain for just people on his island who got fuck all went right. Who knows? Who fucking knows? You mean they're not accusing him? I mean, it's only the betting company who got the problem with it.
Really? Because they had to pay out. But how much did they pay out, really, though?
Exactly. And so they're the ones that complained about it. No one else. I don't know. I just don't know. I think it's a lot of circumstantial evidence. I can't see how unless he's got something stupid on his phone that they can say. And what right have they got to look at his phone?
Exactly.
None. So I can't understand it. But we'll see.
Right. Sorry. Oh, so Danny said one of the yellows was against Leeds. I know one was against Leicester, and I can't remember the other 2. I've heard that, I just saw another article that Newcastle are interested in Bowen. Have you seen that? Newcastle.
No.
Yeah, I saw that. Like, apparently him and someone else at the top of their list. They've been, they're the ones that they want. But yeah, Bowen and someone else from another club. I can't remember who the other player was. Could you see Bowen going to Newcastle?
Yeah. I can't see him going there, but could it work there? Yeah. Yeah, it could work. Of course it could. But Newcastle got to make sure they don't fucking lose Isaac. Imagine him. I mean, fuck me, is £100 million, isn't he? Isaac is someone.
Apparently they value him at 200 mil. Once again, I've just read one article.
But anything from 80 to 100 mil. I mean, you want to be careful. No one, Man City don't come, or Liverpool. You know what I mean? They've got to keep hold of them boys. I don't know. They probably will, but for at least a year anyway.
Good evening, C-Dub. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we're just talking general at the minute before we get into the nitty gritty of who won the final countdown. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. I hope you can.
Yeah, I got to just see CW last night with him and Gio, and I just put one message in: sort your hair out.
What is it? Is it?
See, no. Actually, I'm fucking jealous of his hair because I remember having a mate at school where Tony Cleary had jet black hair, like, you know, and these are the days we were into sort of Led Zeppelin and Status Quo. It's just perfect for the time. That fucking, he's got a hell of a head of hair. Oh, CW, man. Yeah, I'd love to have had hair like that back in the day. But there you go.
Sorry, Charlie, I haven't. Yeah, I don't do any huge. So I haven't even seen you for. Now that you said that, I'll have to just.
It's long, it's long. You know. Plus, he can grow a beard in about 6 hours, can't he?
Yeah.
So.
We'll go. Right, for reference, 2 weeks of base, 3 is a hat trick, 4 weeks of haul, 5 weeks of glut, 6 weeks of double hat trick, 7 weeks of haul trick. Who knew? A haul trick. Did you know? Have you heard those terms?
No.
I've heard brace, hat trick, not haul, glut.
Oh, I never knew.
Double hat trick, I've heard of that one. And a 7 is a haul trick.
I've never had to worry about it because I've never. I scored a hat trick once. I will say that I did score one in my life.
I've scored a few hat tricks. Only a few. Hopefully, West Ham have a plan for Paqueta if he is found guilty. I need to cut my hair. Not gonna lie, it's too much right now. Summer is here. Too warm.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, warming up there too. Yeah. Right. Yeah, look, me, I'm not worried about forgets about it's the 85 fucking million that we could earn out of it. We might lose. That's sickening.
That's what I was thinking the other day. The money,
like, man, that's money. Jesus, can't afford to be losing that. I don't know.
Danny said I've scored a few hat tricks on FIFA.
2 seconds, bro.
Yeah. I'm trying to think before we get into the scores and all of that. Any talking points you lot before we move on? Anything football wise that we haven't covered yet? You see, Bayern Munich ended up finishing 3rd in Bundesliga. They was winning 2-0 and ended up losing 3-2. And obviously Stuttgart won, so they finished 2nd. So yeah, a bit of a terrible season for Bayern Munich. Trying to think what else? Who else around the world? Around Europe. Oh yeah, Danny. Yeah. So we got the So we got the Saturday. Tomorrow we got the FA Cup final. Sunday we got the playoff final. Massive game for Leeds and Southampton. Massive game. Ipswich. Yeah. Apparently their manager's in high demand. Like Chelsea looking at him, Man United looking at him. De Zerbi's obviously left Brighton since we last spoke. Barcelona, Xavi done a U-turn on leaving. He said he's staying a month ago, and now they've sacked him. So yeah, a lot going on, a lot of changes. Let's see what we've got here. I would hate to be in Lopetegui's boots, having to try and motivate Paqueta after he's been denied his move to City twice now. Yeah, and on top of that, Charlie, he's got to deal with people going out and trying to bring in new players and hoping they settle in as soon as possible. Bowen in the team for the Euros. Oh, sorry, was that a question mark? My bad. Yeah, he's in the squad. He's in the squad, Wally. I don't think he'll start, but he's in the squad. We'll see if he gets any minutes, but I think there'll be certain games that might be suited to Bowen. Maybe not as a starter, but there might be certain games in that where you need that. You know, you've got the likes of Saka and Palmer and Foden, and they're all very technical players. But Bowen is a strong, powerful runner, and he offers something different to those. I mean, Foden's in a league above all of them, and he should really be playing as a 10. But I'm saying out on that side, Palmer, Saka, Bowen definitely offers something different to them. So there should be a need for him in certain games, late on in games, I think, where tired legs and that you bring him on. Like I said, he's a strong, powerful runner. So yeah, I hope we get to see Bowen in the Euros. Okay, so here's another one. thanks for that, Robert. Yeah, anything you lot, just chuck it in there. So Bayern want company now.
Yeah.
Burnley are saying if he does go, they want 17 million in compensation. Do you think why would Bayern Munich be looking at Vincent Kompany?
Very strange to me. It's a big punt, isn't it?
Mm.
That's a big punt. Don't know. Maybe they've seen something in the way he coaches, and I don't know. But to me, that seems a massive gamble.
Now he coached in Belgium with Anderlecht and done okay, and it was okay, nothing great. He done really well in the Championship with Burnley. He done terribly in the Premier League. Other than that, he's had no managerial experience. So why would they spend 17 million and bring him to a big club like that? They've got the likes of Tuchel there already. Pochettino's out of work. Whatever. Other, like why would they go? Yeah, why? I don't know why they would target Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, they could have De Zerbi too. There's others that you could get Amorim for that, couldn't you? If he's so good, supposedly.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a big punt to me. I'd say that's a big punt for any Premier League team to take him on, any of them, after the season he just had. I know he was in a poor team they've got, but yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. But
right. Danny says the Burnley manager's gone, Bayern. Unless that's happened in the last hour or so. Tell me, that ain't happened yet, has it? That's not happened yet, has it, Danny? So I know they was interested.
No, I couldn't.
Pochettino's gone.
No.
Yeah, what do you think about Poch leaving Chelsea?
Okay. Look, I'm not. Well, it looks like it's not even a sacking. It's like they both went, now bollocks to this. It's not working, and we're off.
Yeah.
They sort of come to an agreement. I'm off. Weird. Yeah, if they just outright sacked him, I think it'd be stupid because the last 2 months they're bloody starting to put it together in results anyway.
Yeah.
They're starting to come good. So I don't know what the situation is there, mate.
I mean, to come to a mutual agreement, it could easily be they have sacked him, but they want to, appease the fans.
Could be that.
It's a mutual because he done so well in the last third or last quarter of the season. Sacking him would just make them more of a laughing stock. You understand? So, mate, I don't know whether they're doing a PA sort of or PR.
Like I said, at Christmas time, if they'd made their mind up to sack him, I'd understand it.
Exactly.
Shit, they were dreadful. But just as soon as they come good, then he's out the door. It's Chelsea, innit? They've had since Bowley's turned up, they've had 4 different managers. He's only been there 10 minutes.
And so we'll see what happens there. McKenna is wanted by Chelsea as well as Manchester United. That's the Ipswich manager. Do you think he'll still be at Ipswich come the start of the season?
I would have thought so, but he might not. The bright lights. He might be attracted by the bright lights, mate. And off you go.
Yeah, I've got a feeling if there's genuine interest in him, I think he's gone. And that leaves Ipswich in a precarious position because they're obviously playing the way they play because of him. If he goes, So and that's the thing. All of this is going to be happening whilst the Euros are going on as well. So it's going to be a crazy start to the season. Right, what's Charlie saying? It's all changing managers at the moment. Probably going to be another gone tomorrow with Erik ten Hag leaving United.
Absolutely.
We went from no managerial changes to all of them at once, real quick. So, FA Cup final. Do you think
I think Man City beat them, he gets sacked like 10 minutes later. That's what I believe.
Yeah, so you think his job hinges on them winning or losing?
No, actually, even if he'd won that trophy, I reckon I might sack him.
You reckon?
Don't know, I would. Because they're not going nowhere with him, mate. Nowhere. Yeah. They're getting nowhere with him. He's had enough time, and it's crap. Right, he's got to an FA Cup final, but look at the games they've lost this season. See, some of the football has been dross. The money they've spent on some of them players too. But honestly, he's going nowhere. Nowhere. So
if they don't win, they've got no Europe next season. If they do win, they take Newcastle's spot, I believe, in the Europa League, and Newcastle would have to play Conference League.
Conference, something like that. Yeah.
I think they take somebody's spot because they've won that.
Yeah.
So as a club, them winning that is one, it's a trophy, and two, it's, it's Europa League rather than nothing. So
I mean, like any final, you can win and lose it, can't you? Any final, don't matter who it is. No matter shit Man United, they could win it. But I think Man City have to have a really off day for them to win it.
Yep.
Really off day.
Oh, man.
But I'd still get rid of him because, like I said, I'm not seeing any progress there, Man United. None. And Sancho out the door, and he brought in Mason Mount there doing nothing. He's got who's the other Anthony on the right? He's fucking dreadful, man. They haven't got a defence to talk about. They're relying on Johnny Evans, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Fair play to Johnny. He's trying his hardest back there, but come on. You're Man United and you've got Johnny Evans in there at the back. Fucking me, man. All the money you spend. And Casemiro. Poor old Casemiro don't want to be back there either. But injuries have played a part in that. But my God, I'd get rid of him. I would have told him a month ago, you're at the door, mate, whatever happens.
Yeah. Scott Carson, if those of you that remember the goalkeeper, he's signed another 1-year contract extension at Man City. He's got the easiest job in football, isn't he? Not bad, mate. He's just becoming a millionaire by doing fuck all. Yeah. And obviously,
is he coaching as well, I suppose?
I don't know. He fills the English quota and stuff like that. He's probably a good mentor to the young. Yeah. So he's doing his bit, but it's not on the pitch, obviously. And getting paid.
It's just a box. It's just a box ticker.
He's got a cushy job. Right, we will get into. Let me get in. Manchester United board spoken to McKenna's people. I saw that. Hi, Charlie. Hope you're well. If Company gets a job, he wants Bellingham. I think that's Craig Bellamy as his assistant, but I saw that Bellamy said he wouldn't go there, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, because Bellamy's worked with him at Anderlecht and Burnley, isn't he? So, I can't see why they would want Company. Thought he'd gone. No, not yet, Danny. I don't think. Thought he'd gone. Hi, gang. Big up, Malk. Mr. Fox. Hope you're doing well, Malk. You haven't missed anything. Malk. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Bowen, the Hammers chat. Hammer of the Year. Who would you give the Hammer of the Year to? Who got it?
Yeah. I think it has to be him, mate. I mean, at Christmas time, I think there was 3 in the window for it, and that would have been Emerson, Bowen, and Areola. But in that last part of the season, I think Emerson dropped off quite a bit. And I think Bowen's got 16 goals, man. You know what I mean? You got to give it to him, really. And he has been more consistent than everyone else. I mean, he's been good back end of the season. And you always remember the back end of the season more than you do the first part, didn't you? So, yeah, I think he just gets it.
Remember, he set that record. I don't know if it's been broken now. Scoring. That was this season, wasn't it? Scoring in consecutive away games. 7 goals or 6 goals. That was this season, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The first person to score in 7 Premier League away games in a row or something like that. I don't know if anybody.
They put on YouTube, the West Ham channel put on all West Ham's goals this season. I had a quick look at that. Fucking hell. The goal of the season is either Kudus, or Soucek. Soucek's goal with a cracker on the outside of the boot, top corner.
Yeah, that was a great goal.
But basically, the last goal against Man City was another screamer, wasn't it?
What a goal!
Crack.
What a goal! With Company, I feel like we might see the biggest teams start to take risks on managers with high potential now. Chelsea and Bayern, the key examples at the moment.
Yeah, potential. Yeah, it can only be that potential that they're looking at, aren't it? Wait. Look, it could be. Look, you look at Xabi Alonso, mate. What you mean? He had no experience, did he? Next to nothing.
Yeah.
The season he's had as a manager, can he back it up? Who knows?
Who
knows?
McKenna has refused a $5 million a year contract at Ipswich, and that's a lot for them to be offering. Ipswich.
Really?
I'm out. Man, hope you're well. Bellamy, had to be Bowen so good. Right, let me catch up. I've heard they're sacking him whether he wins it or not. Talking about Ten Hag getting sacked in the morning, in the afternoon.
Ariola's missus don't think it was Bowen. I know that much.
Well, what did she say?
Did you see her Twitter thing?
Nah, I'm not on Twitter.
Oh,
what did she say?
Fuck. Oh, word for word, CW there be able to cover it better than me. But she said something like, "Oh yeah, that basically he should have got Man of the Year, not Bowen." And she put a comment in here, and we all know why that is, or something like that.
Huh?
You know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. Who's she?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, she put it out for the world to see.
Why would you do that? What? No,
I don't know. Charlie could tell you word for word what she actually said. That comment. I don't know whether she's suggesting because he was white. You know, Bowen is that? I don't know if that was her angle, or just that he was English or homegrown. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know what she meant, but it caused a bit of a stir.
What the? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fuck up. Yeah. West Ham coming to Florida for a couple of friendlies. I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
they are, aren't they?
Who they playing, Wally?
Done a couple of games out there, mate. Florida, yeah.
Wally, you gonna go and watch? I think McKenna is a bit of a family team, so to speak, and stick to security. I think McKenna is a bit of a family team, so to speak, and stick to security. Yeah, Mal, I don't get that. I think McKenna's a bit of a family.
If he gets offered like a Chelsea job now, I mean, he might never ever get offered that again. He could come into the Premier League with Ipswich and get flogged like Sheffield. Who would know? And he might never get that chance. So for him personally, he might think, "Oh, it's now or never. I'll just give it a pump. Might work, might not."
Yeah,
he'll be minted at the end of it. Whatever happens.
I get what you're saying now, Mal. I get what you're saying. When he's saying security, I was thinking of actual, but yeah, he means that. Yeah, he's securing that job, and he seems like more of a, he likes the whole family feel of a club.
Yeah, he might prefer it that way.
We'll see.
You know.
You know what the worst thing is, though? You never see in football now, yeah? He could say, you know what, I'm staying here, I love it here, and blah, 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 blah. They're doing shit at Christmas, and then they fucking sack him. Do you understand? You just never know in football, like, what is the right decision to make.
No.
So he's got to do what's best for him.
It did, yeah. It didn't do it didn't do Potter any good, did it? Apart from his bank balance, he's you know what I mean? Been out of work since.
That's the rumor. He's gone after the cup game. We'll find out in a few hours. Hi, Danny, Charlie, Bubbles.
Yeah, I think he will be.
Danny, I've heard a saying too. Saw a report from reliable sources earlier saying he's gone regardless. West Ham player release Tompkins from Palace and Coates from Forest. So, Tompkins has been released.
Yeah, they're free agents, mate. If we fancy them.
Come on down. Come back home. Kuta was one of my. I used to love Czech Kuta. You know, I used to like Mohamed Diarmi. I liked Diarmi as well.
Yeah, he was good too. Huh?
Manchester has bid farewell to West Ham, says Robert. Torchester's got released. Shame he never managed to kick on. Interesting if we ever find out the reason. Philip should have won Hammer. Daddy says Philip should have won Hammer of the Year.
They did all right. Fuck you know, man. But old Moisey, mate, he had, I believe, probably the best loan signing ever. He's gone from old J Lings to the worst loan signing ever. He's got both fucking records there, hasn't he?
Right, John Texter, who is the Palace shareholder, wants to buy Everton, needs to sell his shares in Palace.
Really? Mate, it's all happening, mate. It's all happening.
Wow. He's goodbye to West Ham was class. Don't know where he's going. Danny, he would have if he'd been with us all season. Manchester United now talk to Thomas Franks, representatives on Twitter now. Yeah, so they're interested in Poch, Thomas Franks, the one from Ipswich, McKenna, and then there was another manager, a fourth one. But yeah, I mean, what do you think of Thomas Franks at Man U and Chelsea? Are meant to be somewhat interested in him as well.
Where was he at, Franks?
Brentford.
The lottery of managers, mate. Eh? You think, like, look at Tottenham, what they brought in. You think you'd be safe with Mourinho or Conte. I mean, their reputations go before them, and yet, does it fit? Is it the right fit? And I think that's half the problem. See, Lopetegui could be a bit of a pump for us, but he might fit. It might be the right man at the right time. As I thought Moyes was, even though I didn't want him, for them first 2 seasons, he was probably the right man at the right time. And unfortunately, he sort of went back to type in the last 2 years. But he could be great for us, Lopetegui. Who knows what... In Chelsea seems to be such a basket case, that Bowley and the rest of them, they're bored. Who knows who fits there? Yeah, they could. Who's to say Tuchel wouldn't pop back? Yeah, come on and give him a go, right? Anyone in the Champions League, bring him, but who for fucking know that mob? You'd think Pochettino would have been fine for him, but obviously maybe Pochettino just didn't want to be, didn't like the bastard, didn't like the setup. Who knows?
I know your ears are immune to it, but it sounds like someone is just throttling all those birds around. You're like, that's what it sounds like. You're talking, like, and then the more you talk, the more
them Indian miners just chirping away, mate. Because the range, the drizzle has just started, mate. And they're all up in that tree there, sitting there moaning about it. I think.
Right, let me read these comments. Calvin must regret leaving a massive club to low standards, going City and Hammers. Danny. Well, Leeds fans all voted for him. Luton have released 14 players that included Potts, who was on loan. I think Ross Barkley will. I think Aston Villa is interested in Ross Barkley.
Really?
Right. Here we go. Ariola's wife said, "Save the season, okay, but it should have been Player of the Year. It won't be the case, and we all know why."
There you go. What does that mean? And we all know why. Well, you could read anything into that, couldn't you? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut. The fucking girlfriend need to learn to shut the fuck up.
And he's got to go into work with all these people while she sits at home spending his money. You stupid
sit
idiot.
next to Bowen. Right? Yeah. What's your missus been saying about me?
See of him. If you can't, the prat next to you won't. If you can't, the prat next to you won't. Oh, see, we're late. I'm late.
Playing slagging me up again.
Or me, one of us. Playing Wolves in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm going. Also playing in Tampa, but forgot who. Okay, so Wally's going to go Jacksonville. Be careful there. It's rough there, Wally. Jacksonville is proper, yeah. Wally is Palace, I believe. It's Palace. Oh, Palace is the other game. Stanley got the Hammer of the Year. Stanley's got the Hammer of the Year. Who's that? Stanley's got Hammer of the Year.
I don't know.
Stanley's. Can't get my keyboard to spell properly. Yeah, damn it, I can't. Stanley's. Yeah, I think you're right, Robert. A stateside cup is on the line. Right, so 45 minutes in. You look, those that wasn't here, I'm going to play where Kieran went one more time, and then we get into last week's scores because there ain't no predictions this week anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, let me just show you where. When did you go here? Today or
yesterday? Noosa. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Let me just show you the view he had, the scenery. One sec. Here we go.
Noosa heads. Yeah.
I don't know if you lot saw right about the guy back doing a backstroke with a pina colada in his hat. That was me, but yeah, you can't see it too well in the video. One second, what's going on here? Hold on a minute.
Jeez, I'm getting through that tea, mate. Yeah, we went up there, we priced the job up, and then we had quite a few beers on the way. Couple of us anyway.
How many of you went up there?
Yeah, then I came back here for a little while and a bottle of wine. Bit seedy this morning, sir. A little bit seedy. Not quite clear as I should be.
So, how often do you go to that place?
Very rare, mate. Only you know when I was working up Sunshine Beach?
Yeah.
That's just 5 minutes. That Noosa is 5 minutes away from there. So yeah, only been work lately, but it is a lovely spot to go though. Noosa is more chilled out than the Gold Coast surfers and all that. That's full on big resort. Lots of people there. It's plenty of people, but it's more chilled. No high rises. No high rises are allowed there. Only 2-story buildings. You can't build up in the air. It's a bit classier, nicer. And as well as I saw, not that anyone would know back there, that when we stopped at this pub right on the water, on the balcony looking over the ocean, and there was a guy in there who's quite a famous rugby league player I saw there. His name's Pedro Sivanasiva. He used to play for Brisbane Broncos. Massive lump. I think he's Samoan originally. His family are anyway, Bucking shoulders right out here and a head. Fucking hell. All right, Pedro. Mate. Yeah, but no one would know him probably back there, but here he's got he was a massive legend for Brisbane Broncos years ago. Retired man.
What's his surname?
His name's Pedro Sivanasiva.
Sivanasiva.
I think with a C, if I remember rightly. Yeah, you can look him up, see him, a big lump. Lovely guy.
One sec. Right.
Yeah, probably should have got me. Yeah, I'll do the modern thing, got a selfie with him, but yeah, leave the poor boy alone. Don't want to annoy people like that.
He might have picked you up for a selfie, like a little kid, innit? Like, yeah. Held you like a baby.
Big lump there. I mean, they got fit for his thighs, took up the whole fucking table. He's two legs.
Oh, sorry. Stanley, the tool makers, says Robert when he said hammered. Yeah, Stanley's made hammered. Stanley is a tool maker. Right. Let me, the BBC on here, repeat myself. When you said you didn't understand, yes, but then I said to you, now I get it. Mouth. Yeah.
Took him a while, Mouth. Took me
a little while. Yeah, that's great and all, but you ain't seen a view from Lidl near me. Pure value. Geezer, any fallout from New Caledonia? What's that all about?
No, I haven't seen anything. I haven't watched because I worked 3 days this week with me mate, and then we went up to Noosa and all that. I haven't been looking at any news, Robert. What's happened there? Has there been a fucking volcano or a flood? No, I haven't seen anything, mate, so I'm not sure, Robert, what's going on.
Yes, I didn't. Yeah. Right, let's get into who won last week? I know it was tight. Who was the winner last week? Wally? No, not Wally. Danny? No. Robert. Who won last week? It was 70 points.
Danny, wasn't it? Was it Danny last week?
Lawrence had 60. Robert had 60, I think, and somebody got 70. Who was it?
I haven't got the piece of paper from last week.
Oh no, sorry, Robert's right. It was 3 of them, wasn't it? It was 3. It was
a draw, wasn't it?
That was the week before when Wally won it right at the end. Sorry, I was thinking of that when somebody. Okay, yeah, it was 3 of them. It was Robert, Lawrence, and Danny, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, that's right. All 3. Yeah, I think you're right. I haven't got that bit of paper.
This is the last week where anybody could ever beat Geezer's 100-point record.
Yeah.
And obviously, because next season we'll tweak it a little bit. So yeah, this is the only time now where somebody can. Are you confident that record will stay? No, can't hear you again. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. I hate when that happens. Let me just do that. Right, let me just read the comments. I won last week, I think, says C-Dog. Yes, Danny, so it was you three, and Charlie was the fourth one. Put the bird on. Oh, here we go. One sec. Boom.
Anything? Where's he gone?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? I don't know what's going on, boy. I don't know.
You can hear me, innit?
Yeah, I can hear you. All good.
Okay, that's cool. Put the bird on C so we can all have an educated conversation, says Geezer. You're talking about them bird. I don't know. Yeah, sounds like he's got about 1 million behind him. Come on, man. The system one says Wally. That was the week before. The rain getting into laptops. Geezer's laptop. You're using your phone, aren't you?
Yeah, shooting the phone, mate. No, what's going on?
Oh, here we go. Protesters killed by policemen in New Caledonia. Caledonia. Is that Caledonia or Caledonia?
Caledonia.
Yeah, protesters killed by policemen. Some riots.
Don't know what's going on.
Wally said the bird ate his microphone. And then Robert said he chats shit anyway.
that's the idea, bro. I thought that's what you meant to do.
Right. So
if you want any intelligent shit, you go pop over to see Charlie and Gio and that. And
you won't get it here. So I asked you the question. How safe do you feel your 100-point record is? And then obviously you cut out. So what would you say?
Okay, yeah. I'm not sure. I think it's fine, but you never know. I don't want to. I'll be gutted. If someone gets it this week, I'll be gutted.
Yeah. I don't think no one will get it, because what was the next closest? Did somebody get 90 1 week? I think they did. Did somebody get?
I think I might have done.
Did I get 90?
Someone did.
I might have got 90. No, 80 or 90. I think I got a high score when I won, but I don't know. But I think somebody got 90. But anyway, let's get into it. Let me go back. Here we go. Right. So was the first game on your thing Arsenal v Everton from last week?
Yeah.
Right. So let me go back to the score, which was 2-1, I think. I can't even remember. 1 sec. Right, results. Arsenal 2, Everton 1. There were, Robert can fact check this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 yellow cards. So 7 cards. Let me just double check. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there were corners. 9 corners. 8 of them for Arsenal. So 7, 9, 2, 1. 1 sec. 7, 9. Right, well, let's speak about. Did you watch any of that game?
No, not really, mate. I just saw the small highlights of it, the goals, and and I did see the bit. I mean, they were lucky to get the win.
Yeah,
right? Lucky to get the win, because it was that stupid ball across the bloody midfield straight to Arsenal at the end, wasn't it? By Young.
Yeah.
But what a ridiculous ball he tried to put, and they cut it out and scored, and won. But they were lucky to win it.
Yeah, but obviously City done what they had to do anyway. But
yeah,
I was saying, imagine West Ham somehow like during the game ended up drawing or whatever. But yeah, it looked like Arsenal weren't even going to do their part and win the game anyway. So you're like, So
and they only done it because it was handed to them at the end.
Exactly. So yeah, Titch is a dreamer, right? Charlie says, "Got to run. Hopefully, we'll be back in time to catch the end of the stream. Cheers all. Thanks for tuning in, Charlie. Good to see you. And if you can come back, that's great. If not, then we'll catch up soon. Definitely. I hope it's fine. See for you. You need something in your life, sad git. Hope it's fine. See. Oh, he's talking about your record. He hopes that you you don't lose your.
At least something to hang on to.
Right, nice one, Robert. Yeah, so he's confirmed that. Right, so
Right.
He's more than that. Right. What did we pick for Arsenal 2, Everton 1?
Ooh, I picked 4-0. You picked 3. Well, Robert straight in. Fucker, he keeps doing this. Robert straight in with 2-1 to Arsenal. Well done. 3-0 Senki, 4-1 Lawrence, 3-0 Stu, Wally 3-0, Danny 3-1, and Malk. Well done, Malk. 2-1. He said to Arsenal.
Well done, Malk. Well done,
Good
Roberto. It was a good pick because, yeah, on paper, Arsenal really should have done what I said, which was 3-0. On paper, going for a title at home, Everton safe on the beach and that. So 2-1 is a good pick because, yeah, I wouldn't have thought it would have been that, but well done, you two. Right, so 7 cards is quite a lot, so I doubt anybody's picked that. 9 corners. Right, here we go. No, yes, no. The only person that got correctly predicted 9 corners was Malk. So Malk has got a double in that game.
Right, steady.
He started off well. If he keeps this up, he'll beat your record in 6 games.
Yeah. Back it up.
So well done, Malk. Well done, Robert. I'm just going to double check that no one else 7-9. No. Malk. No. That's right. So next game, is it Brentford v Newcastle? Yeah.
Yep.
Right, which finished Brentford 2, Newcastle 4. Robert, just help me out. Just confirm this. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. The fuck? 8 cards in that game. End of season. And oh my days, 3 corners. All to Brentford. All to
6
Brentford.
goals. 6 goals and only 3 corners.
6 goals, 8 cards, no corner, 3 corners, and Newcastle had no corners.
That's weird.
Right, let me count the cards again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8, 3, and 2, 4. What a joke. 8, 3, 2, 4. 8, 3. Imagine that. Newcastle scored 4 goals and didn't have any corners in the whole game.
Mental.
And 3. Yeah, right.
No, I can't even remember much of that game, to be honest.
So that, let me just check that kept Newcastle in 6, I believe. No, 7. Sorry, that kept Newcastle in. Right, let me just rephrase what I said earlier.
Right.
At the minute, Tottenham are in the 1 Europa League place. Chelsea are in the 1 Europa Conference League. If Man United win, that would make 2 Europa League places because that's what that tournament gets you, Europa League, and then Chelsea would then drop into the Chelsea's already in the Conference League. Newcastle wouldn't get any European football. Chelsea's already in it. Right. So if Man United don't win the cup, England will only have 1 team in the Europa League. If they do win it, we'll have 2. But either way, Chelsea are going to be playing Conference League football next year. If Man United win, they don't take nobody's place. Right, hold on. Yeah. If Man United win, could they take Tottenham's place and put Tottenham in the Conference League?
No, don't think so.
Nor do I. Yeah, so I'm not sure what happens there. But
Tottenham are guaranteed 5th spot, aren't they? So
yeah, as it stands, Newcastle are not in a European place, nor are Man United. But sorry, that's right. No, my bad. So if Man City win it, another place gets handed down, which would go to Chelsea, and then Newcastle would get the Conference League. If Man United win that, Chelsea would drop down into Conference League, and Man United would get the Europa League place. So yeah, there's a lot of complication there. Yeah. Anyway, right. So what did we pick for Brentford 2, Newcastle 4?
Yeah, I got the 2 right. So did you. I went 2-2. You went unlucky, son. You said 3-2 to Newcastle. Robert went 2-1 to Brentford. Inky 2-1 to Brentford. 2-1 to Newcastle. Lawrence. 2-1 to Newcastle. Stu. 2-0 said Wally. 2-2 said Danny. 3-1 said Malk. Now you got closest, mate.
So that's 50 points for me then. How are you, Inky? Didn't know you were in. Yeah, Inky was here. He's here. Early doors. Right. So this is, I don't think anyone's going to get any more points here because eight
No,
cards and
thought
3
so.
corners. Right. Let's see.
That's good.
No.
Yeah. Keep
Nah.
them down.
Yeah. Nobody scored any points in that
Yay!
one at all.
What beauty.
Right. So the next game was Brighton v Man United. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which finished. You know, Man United done what they had to do, which was to keep their European things. No, sorry, they didn't because they've got to win the cup anyway. But yeah, if they would have won that and Newcastle would have lost, then they would have gone into 7th and they would have been in Europe next year. Anyway, right, finished Brighton 0, Manchester United 2. Both these teams are probably going to have different managers next season. Brighton definitely will have a new manager. There were 4 cards, which is good, not too many, and there were 12 corners. So 4 cards, 12. Oh, Robert's already put it. Yep. So he's confirmed that. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Right.
That's be a few points there, I reckon.
Yeah. So Brighton 0, Man United 2.
Yeah.
What do we pick for this game here?
I went Brighton 1, Man United 3. You went 2-1, Brighton. Rubbish.
Yeah.
1-1 said Robert. Rubbish. 2-0 to Brighton said Ingy. Rubbish. 2-2 said Lawrence. 1-1 said Stu. 2-1 to Man United. Wally, a bit more like it. 2-1 to Brian said Danny. Rubbish. 2-2 said Malk.
So no one got that. I wonder where Lawrence is today as well.
No, Lawrence.
No, he's not here. Right. So this one we should get some points on the cards and one sec. Robert. 4-12 0-2. 4-12 0-2. Right. So we've definitely got some points. 4 and 12. 4 and 12. Oh shit. Right. Right. So you got 10 points. You correctly predicted 4 cards.
Okay. I'm off this. Better than nothing.
Yeah, and the only other person that predicted the cards also predicted the corners, and that was Stuart. So Stuart predicted 4 cards, 12 corners. So 20 points for Stuart. Well done, Stu. So Stuart is now level with Malk on 20 points.
Yeah, there's 4 of us on the board. The rest of you, rubbish.
Yeah. Let me just double check. 4-12. Nope. Lawrence said 5-11, 3-10, 5-9. Yep. So that's checked. Right now, next one: Burnley v Forest, which ended. Burnley 1, Nottingham Forest 2. Where did Forest finish the season? Forest finished just outside the relegation places. They finished 7 points from Brentford in 16th and 6 points from Luton in 18th. So they was in their own little league there for us at the end. And yeah, the 3 promoted teams have gone down, which Robert has said the last time was in 96, 97 or something like that, I think he said. So it's been a long time since all 3 have gone down. And were they the teams that deserve to go down?
Yeah. About that. Yeah, I mean, it's Nottingham Forest are only in the conversation to the end because they got points deducted, same as Everton. Yeah. Otherwise, these guys would have been cut adrift a long time ago. So, yeah, they were the right teams to go down. Luton deserve a pat on the back to giving it more of a fight than the other 2. Yeah, but that's about it.
So yeah, Luton. So this season, we spoke about this last week. 26 points with a better goal difference would have kept you up this season, which is poor, isn't it?
Yeah, 26 points. My God.
As long as you got,
You know, when you think of West Ham getting relegated, what do we have? 42? That year we got relegated on 42, 43?
42 or 43. I think it was 42, I think.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Relegated with that. And then a mass exodus of players. And these are going down with 16, 24, and 26 points. So look at that. So if you combine Burnley and Sheffield United, 40 points, West Ham went down with more than both of those 2 combined.
Yeah, crazy, yeah.
Right, so Robert's giving me the stats. Let me just double check that, make sure. Results. So that finished Burnley 1, Forest 2, and we had. Hold on. Wait, 1. Yeah, fuck's sake. 1 yellow card, which is shit.
Good. Lovely.
And we had 7 corners, which Robert has got there. Yeah, 1, 7, 1, 2. 1 sec. That is poor. 1, 7, 1. Oh, come on. Right. So, what do we pick for the scores?
I got close again. I said Burnley 1, Forest 3. You said 2-2. Robert, well done, mate. 2 picks.
You got it again, yeah?
Yep, 2-1 to Forest, Robert. Inky said 2-1 to Burnley. Lawrence said 2-1 to Burnley. And Stewie. Oh, God. Don't start
Again?
that. He's in there with 2-1 to Forest. 1-1 said Wally. 3-1 said Danny to Forest. 3-2 said Malk to Forest. So yeah, Stewie got another 10.
The only thing is now, yeah, these cards and corners is very low, so we're probably not going to get any more scores.
We're not going to get the cards on one.
Well done for you two for getting a score, which is the hardest thing to do. 1 and 7, 3 and 9, 4 and 12, 1 and 7, 1 and 7, 1 and 7. Nope, nobody scored any points there, so you're happy about that.
Well,
right, Chelsea v Bournemouth, which finished Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 1.
Jeez, and 1 goal out on everything.
Which proved to be Poch's last game in charge at Chelsea, 1 season there. There were 5 cards, and Robert will confirm this, and there were 11 corners. So 5 and 11 is a good number.
Points there.
Yeah, and Robert's put it there. Thanks for that, Robert. So 5, 11, 2, 1. Let me put it in there.
Yeah, there's points there, mate.
5, 11, 2, 1. Right, what did we pick for the scores?
Yeah, again, I said 3-1 to Chelsea. You went 4-2 to Chelsea. 3-1 to Chelsea, said Roberts. 3-0 said Inky. 3-0 said Lawrence. 2-2 said Stu. 3-1 to Chelsea, said Wally. 2-0 to Bournemouth, said Danny. And 3-2 to Chelsea, said Mel.
So nobody got the correct score.
No. 2-1, you would have thought someone would have picked it up, but no.
Danny Malk said, "Don't get too many lads. I spent all week on the blog producing ingredients for C's trophy. Your handmade, natural. Right. So we're relying on cards and corners. Right. So off the bat, I correctly predicted 11 corners. So I finally got some points.
Really on the board.
Someone's got a double. I'll tell you that is in a minute. 5-11. 5-11. Inky is up and running. He also got 11 corners.
Okay. He's on 10.
No, 2 people have got a double.
But you don't want to hear that.
Lawrence and Danny both correctly predicted 5 cards and 11 corners. So Lawrence and Danny, well done.
Fucking hell, don't like look at that. Oh no, it's Danny. Yeah, he ain't on the board. You got 20, Danny, yeah? 20.
Yeah. So
yeah, that's all right. That's all right. He's off to... Yeah. Sandy up, mate. I'm on 10. You're on 10. Robert's on 10. Robert's on 20. Inky's on 10. Lawrence on 20. 30, Stu. Wally, shite. And Danny's on 20. Malk's on 20.
So everybody but the system's got points, yeah?
Everybody, yeah, but yeah, system boy, yeah. Even though he didn't use his full-on system there, he has mixed it up a bit. So I don't like knocking him when he does that.
Right.
But yeah, he's not hitting them yet. He's not hitting them.
This may have surprised some people, may not have surprised other people. And I did say, some games at the end of the season, you'll have a lot of goals. Crystal Palace 5, Aston Villa 0. Did it surprise you?
No. No, I picked them to win 3-1. But it didn't surprise... Well, the 5 probably did, but I expected Palace to flog them.
Yeah.
Because basically, they were done, weren't they? They were done and dusted, Villa. They'd got their full spot, hadn't they?
Yeah.
So... And Palace are the informed team of the fucking Premier League, as simple as that. They've been scoring goals for fun. And I'll tell you, me and Kieran watched 25-minute highlights, mate, and we were cheering them, Palace, especially Mateta. He got an hat-trick, didn't he?
Let me check.
I think he got an hat-trick.
Right,
He was
we had
superb.
Mateta, Eze. Yeah, so he got a hat trick, Eze got a brace.
I was applauding him. Like, they were great. And them three, just attacking wise, were just enjoyable to watch, man. Eze, Elise, and then they're great. Really good. So, yeah, it didn't surprise me that much. I knew Palace were going to beat them. No, not a problem.
And Mateta also had a goal disallowed for offside. I don't know how close it was, but, you know, in this day and age, it could have been a toenail or whatever. So, yeah, potentially could have got 4.
Yeah, it did. And it was Goza. It was
And
a fucking knee or something. It was next to nothing in it.
I'm going to check something. Mateta finished the season on 16 goals. Imagine where he could have, imagine.
Yeah. Before he went on his run, he couldn't hit a barn door.
He's finished on the same as Bowen, the same as Saka, 1 behind Son, 2 behind Salah, 3 behind Watkins, Foden, Solanke. So yeah, I think that manager at the start of the season in the form he's in, he you're looking at top goal scorer potentially, because he was he was 11 from Harlem. I'm saying that the way he's finished, you know, the season off, you never know. He would have been challenging.
I'll tell you what, though, you're in awe when you see him. He's a beast of a man, isn't he? See this? I mean, he's a fine specimen of a man. You see the size of him, man. When he stands next to all the others when they're congratulating him, he's fucking huge. Fuck me, man. Yeah.
He's
good player. Well done. He's had a great end to the season, man.
Just checking where they got him from. So he started out at Châteauroux, or if that's like Lyon for one season, Le Havre, Mainz. They ended up getting him from Mainz.
That's right.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure where he came from. He's only 26, so he's still got a lot. Yeah. Wally said he's going back to the system. Right, so this will be music to your ears. We only had 5 cards, but there was only 6 corners, so I don't think anyone's going to get the corners right on that. Wally played safe. He's seen the trophy and hurry up the steams making. Oh, and hurry up the steams making it drip and flies gathering. Your homemade trophy for Malk.
Yeah, thanks for that. It's very classy.
Right. So, what did we pick for Palace 5, Villa 0?
I picked 3-1 to Palace. You picked 3-1 to Palace. Robert went 3-all. 2-1 to Villa, said rubbish. 3-2 said Lawrence. 2-1 to Villa, said Stu, rubbish. 2-2 said Wally. 3-3 said Danny. 3-3 said Mal. So yeah, everyone giving too much credit to Villa there, mate. Palace always going to win that.
Well, 5 cards, 6 corners. Fuck's sake, I picked 6 cards for some reason, so I was close. Oh shit! Right, so Lawrence correctly predicted 5 cards. So book it, as Lawrence says. Book it, geezer.
Done. Sorted.
Right, so he got that. Malk also picked 5 cards, so book it. He's making your trophy. Give me
he makes it up to 30.
5 and 6, 5 and 6. And Danny also picked 5 cards.
Well, he's on 30. All right. Young Malk, he's on 30, and Danny's on 30. Stewie's on 30. Lawrence is on 30. Yeah, the rest of us.
I think
Robert's on 20.
I think
the rest is on 10.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 more games to go. Right, so the next game was Jurgen Klopp's final game in charge, which ended in a 2-0 victory at home to Wolves. Wolves had a player. Semedo was sent off straight red. 28 minutes. Liverpool scored 2 goals after that in that same half, and then after that, no more goals. 1, 2, 3, 3 cards, and 12 corners. Right, so
Yeah, sending off as well, right over the top of the ball, geezer. Bang.
Yeah.
It was a no doubt he was sending off. So
Was it like why would you do that in a like what why did it it was the game meant nothing.
Stupid challenge. Right early, I mean, straight over the top of the ball, hit Robertson. I think Robertson's involved in the goal about straight afterwards. Either scored it or he was part of it.
Yeah, it doesn't show. Elliot got the assist, and then Kwanzaa no one. So yeah, maybe he was involved in the build-up.
Or he got nearly scored. Or he nearly scored something like that.
Was it a bad challenge though?
Oh, it's just straight over. As soon as I saw it, I think the referee gave a yellow. He only gave a yellow. I saw it, but you see it from a distance, seeing the camera. But I knew he'd gone over that ball and, I want to see that again. And then when you see it straight over the top and catches him, on the side of above the ankle right there, and his leg was planted, and it could have been fucking nasty, man. But, yeah, you knew he was going to go for that.
The reason why I asked you whether it was a bad tackle is if you put it into perspective, Robertson is Scotland's captain going to the Euros. Imagine if something in a game so meaningless and that puts him out of the Euros.
Yeah, that'd be terrible, wouldn't it?
Terrible.
Yeah, fucking bad. Especially with Scotland. I mean, Scotland haven't got a plethora of top players, but Robertson probably is their best.
Yeah.
So it would have been bad, man.
Robert, just to clarify, it's a straight red, so it's one card, so it's 2 yellows for 2 other players.
Was it straight red?
Straight red, yeah.
I thought he gave him a yellow. Sorry.
Maybe he did, and then they.
Oh no, you might be right. It might have been a straight. Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you might be right. They might change it to a straight red. Yeah.
Let me see if they put anything in the commentary here. 28 minutes.
Yeah, it might probably not true.
I
just thought he'd give him a yellow. I could be wrong, guys.
Yeah, so he got a yellow. He did get a yellow here.
Right.
And then it says, wait, the referee makes the VAR signal and he's going to the review. Chris Kavanagh showed a red card with no hesitation. Yeah, so he did give a yellow. He was asked to go to the monitor and then he changed it to straight red.
Yeah, definitely red.
So that means there was 3 cards and 12 corners. Let me just double check that.
Yeah, you think Liverpool really kicked on in that second half? They didn't, and I think they just played it out.
Yeah, surprisingly. 3-12. 1 sec. 3-12. 2-0. Right, so for Liverpool 2, Wolves 0, what did we pick score-wise?
Yeah, I had Liverpool to win 4-0. You had 5-1 at Liverpool. 3-1 said Robert. 3-0 said Inky, unlucky. 2-1 said Lawrence, unlucky. 4-0 said Stu. 4-2 said Wally. What was the score? 2-0, wasn't it?
2-0, yeah.
2-1 said Danny, unlucky. 2. Oh, well done, Malk.
Malk got it, yeah?
Malk takes the lead. He got 2-0. Good pick.
Well done, Malk.
That's a good pick. I always thought Liverpool would finish whole clock season off with 4-4-5.
Especially after the red card and 2-0 up at half time.
Yeah, it don't make sense, does it? But there you go. In the season, games can be like that. But good pick, Mel. That's
right, Malk. I'm going to be a gentleman, and I think Giza will agree with me. If you win today, you can keep that trophy that you're making for Giza.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. You can keep it and shove it straight back up your ass. That's what you fucking do with it.
Right, so 3 cards is quite low. 12 corners achievable. Sorry, you've done the scores. My bad. Right, so right, Giza, you correctly predicted 12 corners, so that's 10 points for you.
Woo!
3-12. Oh, Wally, is this Wally's first points? Wally correctly predicted 12 corners as well. So Wally's on the scoreboard. 3-12. And 2 people correctly predicted 3 cards, and that was Stuart and Inky.
Stuart and who?
And Inky. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that puts what's he on? Stuart.
40.
He's on 40, yeah, and Mount's on 40. There you go.
What you on? 20 or 30?
I'm on 20. 20.
Oh. Right. So the next game was Luton 2, Fulham 4. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 yellow cards. Which,
Fucking hell.
exactly.
Really?
9 cards, fuck's sake. And we had 8 corners. Okay,
Ooh,
Robert.
8 corners could be good. 8 corners could be good.
Fucking hell. 9, 8, 2, 4. 9. Surprised in that result? 9, 8. Or more surprised that there was 9 cards. 2, 4.
Well, yeah, I'm surprised there's that many cards in that. I'm surprised there's that many goals in it with Fulham lately. Been pretty poor. That's why I picked a low scoring 1-1 draw. I didn't expect to be a lot in it. But yeah, a bad end for Luton, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they would have hoped
at
to
home too.
done their job, and at the very least, get a win, send your fans, away from the Premier League with a win, and they've kind of gone out in a bit of a shit way.
Bit of a whimper.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Did any of us predict 2-4?
Yeah. I went 1-1 draw. You said 3-1 to Luton. Rubbish.
Yeah.
Robert said 1-0 to Luton. Rubbish. He did give Fulham the win, 1-0. 2-1 said Lawrence to Fulham. 2-0 said Stu to Fulham. 2-0 Wally to Luton. 2-1 Danny to Luton. And a 0-0 from Malk.
But Malk says, lucky me, phew, Mary picked the scores, not far to go to me present. So he's nearly finished a present. But now, is he bringing is he bending the rules? He said his wife picked his scores for him. Is that like
no, we'll let him off with that, mate. We'll let him off with that.
Is that like City's 110 charges? They've got to be held accountable.
Yeah, VAR.
Right, so we're relying on no one ain't getting 9 cards. No way. That's a joke. So no one got the score right. It's quite a low scoring round for us this week for us.
Yes, which is good.
Suit you.
Not wrong with that, mate.
Right, 9-8. Here we go. Oh, so I correctly predicted 8 corners. I like that.
120.
8, 9, 8. Inky also correctly predicted 8 corners. Well done, Inky.
He's creeping up. He's creeping up.
That's it. No one got the cards, and me and Inky.
Oh, yeah, you shit. Fucking you. Well, I think you're on 30 now. You're on 20. Yeah,
right. We have 1, 2. There's only 3 games to go. So the next game was the biggest game probably in Europe this season, and that was 2 giants. Man City 3, West Ham 1.
I should go back and watch last week. So I'm sure I said last week City will get to 3 goals, right?
Yeah.
And then they'll just play the ball around and we won't even see it. Right? I said that they'll get, but for whatever reason, I know I picked them to score 4. I fucking should have stuck with what I was thinking, the 3 goals, because I did give West Ham a goal in it. I went for 4-1 in this, and I went, you fucking idiot. I knew it was going to be 3. But having said that, fucking Haaland missed an hat-trick by chances. Yeah. I mean, he could have scored a hat-trick there and scored none. You know? But well, cracking goal by Foden. Well, we lasted 80 seconds, I think. 70 seconds.
Straight away, like.
Bernardo Silva, though, bang, straight across. He leaves Ward Prowse, then he Foden like a statue, and then bangs it. Great goal. What can you do? What can you do about that? But, 70, 80 seconds. Fuck's sake.
Why don't you message Ariola's wife on Twitter and ask him why he didn't save that? Ariola should have saved was it the second or third one? Was it the third one from Rodri?
Yeah, the one that got under his hand. He could have saved that. From Rodri.
Message her on Twitter and see what she thinks about that.
Yeah. Where was he? Yeah.
Kudos' goal. Tell me about that.
That was beautiful. He'd had a pop earlier on where he was a star, I thought, in that game. He was trying to really trying his hardest. That ball just sticks to him. It's amazing how he can get around 3 players and still have the ball at his feet. Not always, but it just sticks to him. He turned what's his name at one stage there, had his back to him, and just spun him, and he was away. But the goal, Souček involved trying to win the header, and he teed it up for himself, didn't he? Kicked it in the air and then overheaded it. Bang! Great goal, man. Really good. Yeah, it made them a little bit nervous for a while there, City, but
It definitely did that.
again, it was all about that. Once the third goal went in, you knew that game over. You
know? Which goal was better? I'll put this to everybody: Garnacho's or Kudos. I said Kudos to my son because he had to do more than what Garnacho did. So, do you remember Garnacho's overhead kick near the start of the season?
Yeah, it was a good one, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a cracker. Yeah, they're both good. It's hard to judge. I just think, like, you know, in context of it, away to City at their ground, you know, the way he teed up himself, and technically it was perfect. You know, the height he reached with that overhead kick, the height and the timing was just perfection. So yeah, great goal.
I think he's one because, like I said, he's had to tee it up and then do it. You know, Garnacho, ball's coming in and he's hit it sweetly. Boom, instinctive. This one here, he's thought about that. He's had his back to goal even before he teed himself up. So yeah, I think he's was definitely a better goal. And
yeah, it was a nice highlight for West Ham to finish with. You know,
definitely.
Well, like I said, Haaland on another day would have had a hat trick there.
Well,
missed a couple of sitters.
I'm just glad West Ham didn't get smashed because it was crazy until we scored, which was in the stoppage time or whatever. It was just attack v defense. That's all it was. And I was thinking, shit. And they scored so early. So credit to West Ham, where if somebody scores that quick and it's Man City and you're away and we are on the beach, that could have been a 7-8. You know, like So thankfully we didn't get fucking pumped.
Yeah,
respectable. So Malk says you did say that regarding it.
Did I?
Free, yeah.
Yeah, I thought I did. Fucking knew it in my head. And you watched them in that last 20 minutes. They were just passing it all the way around everyone. And just about 100 passes together before they might have a pop at the goal. But yeah, I knew they'd settle down after 3. Got a 2-goal cushion. They were fine.
Wally says Kudos' goal was better. Well, let me just check something. I'm trying to confirm Robert's thing here because that's not great. 1 card and 13 corners was good for you. 1 sec. Right. Cards. There was only 1 card, and guess who came on 71 minutes.
Yeah. And it wasn't a card, geezer.
Yeah, he got the ball. He did actually get
it was
the ball.
A great tackle. That's just sickening me now. Being a defender, annoying the shit out of me. He made a great challenge, timed it well, took the ball clean. And because he makes a bit of contact with him afterwards, he gets a fucking yellow card. What the fuck? It's not even a foul.
Do you think that's his reputation goes against him?
Of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. Matter that. I mean, it's not even a foul.
Why do you explain this to me? Moyes is a defensive manager. Yeah? Why is it recently, especially going away to City? Why is he not playing Alvarez? Why is he not starting him?
I think they had a bust up that time. And you remember that comment Moyes made about it?
What happened? Sorry.
Moyes, after a game there, they asked him about, you know, why do you think you've been conceding, you know, when we got thumped again? And he said, because we don't have Rice.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, which is basically saying Alvarez ain't fucking good enough.
I didn't know. He said, what he said.
Yeah, he said that in a press conference afterwards. Words to that effect, anyway.
Why would you even mention a player that's no longer at the club?
Exactly. And this was only a few weeks ago, Geezer. A few weeks ago. I remember that other game. He dragged him at half-time.
But look how good Alvarez has been for West Ham.
Something's gone on there, you know?
You know what frustrates me about him is the yellow cards. Obviously, it does frustrate me, but you know he's been really good for West Ham.
Yeah, he has been good, man. Especially early doors, mate. He was good, really good. Him and Prowse, for that man. They started off really, really well. But yeah, he gets calm. You know, he'll learn that, but he'll learn. You know, calm down a bit here and there. He'll learn that.
Yeah,
just comes. He's probably used to doing that in whatever league he was before. Whatever. Half of them, like I said. Half of them were probably not yellow cards, you know, in another league.
Yeah.
They're just good tackles, a lot of them. Because I think the first time he's been booked, to me, for a good tackle, and just got booked. So, anyway, yeah. But I think that him and Moyes have had a bust up without that.
That was the only card. So, what do we pick for the score in Man City 3, West Ham?
I picked 3-1. I picked 4-1. You picked 5-1, Gator. 4-2 said Robert. 4-0 said Inky. Lawrence went 3-2 to West there. Very optimistic there, Ross. 3-1 said Stu.
Yep, well done, Stuart.
To 30. Well done, Stewie. 1-1 said Wally. Oh, fucking Danny's in. Danny's in. Well, good pick, Dan. 3-1. I should have been the same. I should have been the 3-1.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Oh, he's done hand mouth. Fuck off. That's probably why I did, because they'd all gone 3-1.
Yeah, and you've already.
And I bet I'm going to stick a 4 on this, because potentially they could score fucking 4, no doubt about it. But I should have stuck with what I thought. But well done, Mel. Well done, Danny. And well done, Stu.
Yeah. Right, so there was. Sorry, that should be one. One card. I don't know why I put 2 there. One card, 13 corners. Right. Did anybody pick one card? So Robert actually picked 2 cards.
Really?
Yeah. Nobody got the cards. 13 corners. One person got 13 corners. That being my lucky number. I got the corners correct for that game. Yeah. Not that it counts for anything. I'll have that. We have 2 more games to go, which was Spurs, Sheffield United v Spurs, and Leverkusen v Augsburg. Right, so Sheffield United 0, Spurs 3. Spurs obviously will be playing in Europa League next season. Sheffield United playing in the Championship next season. Any surprise in the scoreline? 3-0 Spurs?
Nah. No. I thought it'd be more goals for Spurs. I thought they'd finish on a big high. I was a bit ambitious. I went for 5-0. But yeah, I was never going to give Sheffield United a goal on this, even though Tottenham do lead themselves up before that ball over the top. But trying to remember who scored the Tottenham game.
Kulusevski scored 2 and Pedro Porro scored 1.
Yeah, I think he scored a bit of a banger, didn't he, Porro?
I haven't even seen none of it, you know.
Yeah. I think I saw it. But yeah, 3-0 win. Yeah, nothing. No surprises, mate. Yeah, no surprises. And, you know, they must have had their suitcases in the dressing room, fucking Tottenham, because they're in Australia fucking about a day and a half later.
Like a day later. That's what I saw that as well. I was like, fucking hell. And then they played against another Newcastle, wasn't it?
Well, Newcastle came over with them, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They played Newcastle. Imagine that, like another Premier League team, like straight after the season.
Crazy, isn't it?
Australia. Yeah.
Crazy. I think they're playing again. Might have been last night or tonight. They're playing again. So much no choose friendly shit, isn't it? Just a lot of bollocks. But yeah, they obviously think it's commercially worth putting their name over it, especially with Postecoglou. See, you know, the first Australian manager in the Premier League. That's what it's all about.
But why Newcastle? Like, why? What did Newcastle get out of going there so soon after? Yeah,
they agreed to it. Obviously, someone's paying for it. I don't know where the money's coming from or what they're going to achieve out of it. But it's a commercial thing. You know, that's all it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because normally, pre-season for me would make sense, but right at the end of the season, and then, you know, and both of them, their seasons have ended on a bit of a whimper. Like Newcastle at the minute and not in Europe. Pending Man United, obviously, in the FA Cup, and then Spurs were looking like Champions League all season. Till you understand, and now you've got to go out there a day later and then go and play against each other.
Yes,
normally pre-season is where you right. So there was 2 cards, 8 corners. What do we pick for the score? Did anybody get that score correct? Robert said he got the wooden spoon.
Well, I said 5-0 to Tottenham. 3-2, you said so. You gave Sheffield United 2 goals.
I gave Spurs 3 as well, though. Come on.
Yeah, you got that bit right. 2-0 Spurs, said Robert. 3-1 said Ingy. Oh, Ingy should never give Sheffield United a goal there, mate. 2-0 to Spurs, said Lawrence. 4-0 said Stewie. 3-0 said Wally.
Yes, Wally. Wally got it, yeah?
Wally did. Good
well
pick.
Done, Wally.
4-1 said Danny. 3-1 said Malk. Unlucky.
So Wally was the only one to get that right. And 2 and 8. 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 Nobody scored any additional points in that game. So just Wally.
So I'll have to do a count up here, right? The Stewie's up, isn't he? 20, 30, 50.
Stu's got 50.
So at the moment, Malk, well, I'll go through 'em. I'm on a big 20. You're on 30. Robert 20. Inky 30. Lawrence 30. Stu on 50. 20 Wally. 40 Danny. And Malk 50. So it's all the Leeds boys. All the Leeds boys are leading the way.
So that would let you know that with one game, 80 is the maximum that anybody can score, and they'd have to get a
fucking beauty. Ain't happening, boys.
So your legendary status.
I can give you double points for everyone you get here, and it still won't be enough for you. There you go.
And that final game was Leverkusen in their final. One sec. In their final Bundesliga game, and they ended up winning. Let me just check. I think it was 2-0. Let me just check this. Leverkusen.
Yeah, what was the
game? Results. They ended up winning 2-1. There was only one card and 9 corners. Oh, Robert's put it here. 1 card, 9 corners. 1, 9, which is shit. 1, 9, and 2-1. Not really much to say about that game. They'd already wrapped up the league. They just had to win, not lose that game, just to remain invincible for that season, which they'd done. They were 2-0 up. Obviously, Augsburg scored. There was a bit of time still, but yeah, they held on to remain undefeated throughout the whole season, which is an incredible achievement, especially for a team unfancied at the start like Leverkusen, and they've never won the title before ever in their history. So, well done to them. I'm not gonna, there's no taint on what they've done through the cup final. They were poor, but you're always gonna have a poor game. I said it when West Ham lose sometimes, that it's football. For them, it's just unfortunate that on the big stage, that's where they just was probably the worst they've been all season. But that doesn't undermine anything that they've done, anything that Xabi Alonso's done, and I would imagine they will win that final this week or this weekend. So to lose 1 game and win 2 trophies is not bad, is it? So yeah, you can't have it all.
Domestically, they could still finish the season unbeaten.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So,
depending on tomorrow, but they've still got the title of the title. They've still got unbeaten in the league. That's never going away.
They've got the new record for most games without a defeat, which obviously Benfica had that, and they've set that record as well, which was long standing. So it's going to take a lot to beat. Their name goes down in history now.
And who's to say they don't start the next season off with 10 games without losing? And carry that on, can't they?
Exactly. Right. So
in the league, anyway.
Yeah, in the league. Leverkusen 2, Augsburg 1. What do we pick?
I went 3-1. I've been so many of 1 goaler. Anyway, you said 3-0. 4-1 said Robert. 3-0 said Inky. 3-0 said Lawrence. 6-0 said Stu. Wally. 2-1 said Wally.
A late comeback from Wally. Well done, Wally.
6-0 said Danny. 5-1 said Mel. No, so we've still got the boys. The boys are Stewie and Malk still on 50 points.
What's Wally on now?
Danny on 40. Wally's not enough, mate. He's on 30.
With those 10 points, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Stu's a bubble. Wayne Rooney in for the Plymouth job. They lost in Europe 3-0. Yep. Sorry, B Stu is a Bubbles fan. Bloody keyboard. Right, so there was only one card. Let me just double check that. I did this already. There was only 1 card in this game and 9 corners. 1-9, 1-9, 1-9, and nobody scored any points in that game apart from Wally getting a score. So that means once again this week we have got a joint winner. Is it two people on 50?
Yeah, that's Stewie and Malk.
Stuart and Malk. What's Danny on? 40.
Danny on 40, yeah.
So Stuart and Malk, well done. In the last prediction show of this season, and the last one in this format. Next season, like I said, we'll just make a few minor changes, just maybe adjusting the scores, maybe introduce one more scoring system, maybe. But I'm saying, so in the format is now, this will be put in the archive. So well done to Stuart and Malk for winning the final one. And well done for Giza for, look, you think they got 50 tonight to win it. You got 100.
Half.
Yeah, half, just half.
50%ers, mate. That's all they are. 50%. I'll make an effort next year. Put that score up to about 120.
Wally, the Detroit Express. Nice one, Malk. I was third. Can't win them all. Yeah, well done, Danny. Chelsea will launch Michael Elisabeth regardless of who is manager. He turned him down before, though, didn't he? He did. And I think he turned him down last season at the year. They wanted to sign him then, I think, and he stayed at Palace. I know Man United are keen admirers of him as well, but they've got the likes of Sancho that they should definitely be bringing back and integrating into that squad.
All three of them are hot property at the moment, aren't they? Eze, Elise, and Mateta. I can see some sneaky Arsenal can see trying to nick one of them, especially Eze.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, you'd hope they keep him for another season, but could be Bucks coming in.
Mark says, "Yippee, well done. See, matching pair trophy. What comes out your gob?"
What right comes out my gob? Don't worry about that.
We can all will if we've done the scores. We can all win if we've done the scores, says Robert. Trying to say you're Paqueta in the scores, fixing it.
We've got to reward the scoring of this, picking the goal score a bit better because even there, Robert, your first 20 points, I think that was it. Was you got the scores right both times? So whatever it is, it's an extra point for it or an extra 5
I
or
might
10.
do 5. I might do
whatever
5.
it is. Whatever it is, just reward it a bit more than the others. The others are a guess, aren't they?
Right,
but at least the score is an educated sort of guess.
Right, before we finish up, right? I want to see, like, for next season, we keep those 3, but what one other thing could we add in there as part of the scoring that is like, remember before I said we used to pick first goal scorer, but then that's kind of, you don't know who's going to start on that. So that's a tough one. So something that is like quite simple, but it's additional points. So what would you lot suggest for one more thing to add to the scores? That'd be like 4 elements that we choose. and so that would be the tweak, and also the correct score would get 15 points rather than 10. I'm trying to think. Offsides? Do you know what's annoying about offsides? I was watching it. I feel like some people bet on how many offside. Sometimes the player's offside, the guy puts up the flag, but because it goes to the keeper and that, the ref just plays on. So that doesn't go down as a fucking offside. Yes. So ours would be how many official offside, as in how many's put down. That would be an easy one because obviously that's on the same thing I use. They have the offsides down there.
Yeah, well, it is part of the stats, isn't it? You'd need something part of the stats, wouldn't you? Yeah. No.
So, just for reference, I'll tell you. Let me go through 3 games. So that Leverkusen game had offsides. Offside. 1 sec. Leverkusen offsides. There was 5, and they was all from Leverkusen. So they had 5.
The only thing is with that, it's just a complete guess thing, isn't it? Again.
So maybe
is there anything that takes a bit of skill involved?
Right. Let me tell you what. Let Let me tell you the stats that are on here. Results.
The attendance. Can you pick the attendance?
Oh God. Let me put it. Stats. Right. We've got shots on goal, shots off goal, free kicks. Free kicks.
Maybe, wait, goals
Yeah.
on, yeah, shots on target.
Yeah, shots on target. You
That
can do
won't be a
one.
bad one.
So, for instance, Arsenal 2, Everton 1, we had shots on goal, 7 in total, 5 for Arsenal, 2 for Everton. So that had 7 shots on target.
7 on target. Yeah, that could be one good.
Burnley v Forest, which finished 2-1 as well, had shots on goal 9. So yeah, maybe that one actually. Shots on goal, shots on target, whatever.
Yeah, or on target. Not, because 100 shots go over the bar and Antonio's involved. So, but on target, because that's something I always look at West Ham over the years. How, we're saying, people start saying, oh, we had a good game. I'm saying, hang on, have a look at the fucking shots on target. We hit 2 in 90 minutes. It's hardly, And then you see, Man City got like 10, 11, 12 on target and 25 attempts. Because what was that against West Ham this week? City.
What? Shots on goal?
Shots on target and attempts on goal.
Right, so total attempts for both teams was 31 goal attempts. And then there was 14 on goal, 12 for City, 2 for us.
12. So 12 on target. That's a big number then, really, for a team.
Yeah, but you're going to do
collectively. Look at the 2 teams and go, how many are Everton going to get on target? Ain't going to be a lot. And then whoever the other team is, you think, the guys, 6 on target probably, or 4. Yeah, it could be an interesting one. That shots on target.
Right, Malk says he's being nice. He said you've both done a great job. Well done, all. Big up, Malk. And I do love your humour that you add to the chat. We do.
Yeah, me not so much. So we should sometimes just fuck off and feed your foxes.
Yeah, we need. All right, we will be debating next week. Yeah, we can just think about what you look.
Yeah. We can have a chat about it next week, Robert. But I like the shots on target for myself. But whatever the majority think, we'll go.
He said it might make the show longer. Nah, because when you lot just do your thing, normally you do cards, corners, score. You just do cards, corners, shots on target. Yeah, it's just it wouldn't. Not really. Shot. Woodwork, Robert says. Offsides, Robert. Malk says, who the fuck are you, geezer? So yeah, just think about it, you lot. Offsides, woodwork. Woodwork might be a good one as well, actually, because then that should really be a low number most of the time, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it could be nothing. It could be free, couldn't it? Yeah, it'd all be. I think everyone would probably be points flying.
It's hard because woodwork though.
Between 1 and 5, you're not going to go above that. Are you?
The thing is, they don't tell you when they hit the woodwork on it. It'd just be a shot of target, so we wouldn't even know. We wouldn't be able to get a.
No.
Yeah, because they won't tell you hit the woodwork.
You remember that Bowen the other week hit the woodwork 3 times on his own, didn't he?
Yeah.
But if that doesn't come up as a stat, don't. But it wouldn't have been a bad idea, even though they'd all be low numbers. You'd be picking 1, 2, none, 5.
Yeah.
5 would be extreme, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
5 times hitting the woodwork in a game. So
we'd all be picking similar. But the good thing.
But shots on target could be anything.
Yeah.
Depending on the top team against a small team, you think, there's got to be a lot of shots on target, or is there? The other team ain't going to get many. Yeah, just give you something to think about.
Yeah,
you have to think about that a bit.
Could we confirm the games the week before so we can prepare for? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Yeah, we can make it easier like that if you wanted to.
Yeah, we can do that, Robert.
Yeah, but Robert wants to study, mate, and really go for it.
He says Sofa Score show the woodwork stats. Okay, but yeah, the only thing, they will be so low. We'd all be picking the same thing because it'd be between none and 4, really. I think people.
Really, yeah. Would you go above 4? I think no one would they? Yeah, it's a good idea. I like the idea of it, but like I said, everyone will be picking 1, 2, 3, or 4, none.
I think shots on target would be varied. Some people are like, this is gonna have loads. Some people,
like shots on target depends on the game. Who's playing who? That's how I do everything on the fly, so that'd be hard for me when I have to do it right as I hear what team it is. But if we throw out the teams the week before, give you an idea.
Yeah, I'll try and, you know what I'll do? I'll do it as a community tab. I'll just put the fixtures up on a community tab and then people can just check it.
Yeah.
I'm sure this channel can do a community tab.
Because you more or less know most weeks what the 10 are. It's just what game you put in. You know, if you want to keep the 11th game, you don't have to. You can just go do 10.
Well, if Leeds are in the Premier League, then we wouldn't need to do
no.
And if they ain't, then we'll keep it as 11. So hopefully it is 10. Yeah. That would mean Leeds are in the Premier League. So, but yeah, I'm sure this channel can do community tabs because before you used to have certain requirements, but I think they stopped that now. So if so, yeah, I'll just put it up early doors.
The most important is trying to set the record amount of points for next year. It'd be different, obviously. This 100 is there; it's all written. That's finished. So next week, if you've got an extra element in it, I reckon, we've got to be looking at 120.
And correct score will be 15 next season rather than 10. So
it could be up. Yeah, we'll have to see how the first few weeks play out. I no doubt I'll be leading it at some stage and to see who can chase it down.
I use Flash Score, Robert, for the fixtures. Yeah, Flash Score. Right, so I think the numbers are dwindling out because obviously we've kind of covered everything. Next week, you're available next Friday, yeah?
Yeah, at this point, mate. Yeah.
Right, so you lot, we're going to come back next week. We'll just general chat. We'll speak about the FA Cup. We'll speak about the playoff. We'll speak about potentially. Is there any Europe Champions League in LA this week as well, or not?
What Conference League? When's that? That's coming up, isn't it?
And when's the Champions League?
Champions League's this weekend. Yeah, Sunday.
Okay, yeah. So we'll have games that we can just go over and just just the European games, the playoff.
You got the FA Cup final.
Yeah. So we'll just speak about them. So it'll just be a general catch up, chit chat, and we look forward then to the Euros, and we can speak about.
Well done, Luke Littler for winning the Premier League of darts, mate.
So he's won the actual Premier League, yeah.
Yeah, of darts. He's fucking done it last night, and a 9-darter on his way to do it again. He's done about 4 in the season. Done it again in the final. He hit a 9-darter against Luke Humphries. Fucking what a player that boy is. 17 years old, got the world at his feet.
Allegedly 17. Fucking hell.
Yeah, 17, 27 on the other. What a player. Him and Luke Humphries. What 2 wonderful players, mate. I reckon Luke Humphries is probably the better player, but Luke Littler's probably the more exciting player.
And more fearless at his age.
Yeah. Right. What an achievement. Then. What an achievement.
Wally says, thanks very much, guys. Been fun all season. I've enjoyed it, Wally. I've really enjoyed it. And like I said, we'll try and keep doing Fridays anyway. It just won't be that format, but we'll just chat and that. And then, leading up to the Euros and that, we'll just cover, reflect on the games across Europe and that. So we'll have a lot to talk about. It just won't be the show as it is at the minute. But, yeah. J-Lo and Paqueta. Yes, enjoyed this season. Thanks. But yeah, thanks as always for you lot's participation. And next week next season we'll make a few little tweaks just so there's more points to be had, and new records to be set. Geezer, another record for you to set, mate.
Yeah, there'll be new records, mate. I know that I'll be one of the forerunners on setting that. No doubt. I like to start early, get it on the board, and then just relax.
Yeah, chill out.
I think so. And the sort of what we get every week, about 8 people
9,
score. About 8 people predicting. It's a good little number, really. 8 or 9. If it went to 12, I ain't got enough paper to fucking write it down.
Or patience. Stuart, thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mark, for your input. Stuart says thanks. Thank you, Stuart. Stuart, if you wasn't here, you was joint winner this week with Danny. No, not Danny. Who was it? Malk. You and Malk.
Yeah,
champions. Malk. So the last ever show for this season, you two were the champions.
Is that Malk's first one of the year, was it?
I think it was actually, and he had to share it. Wayne says, I have all off season to tweak the system. Yes, you do. Only because you fiddle scores, you've been sussed.
Yeah, well,
The perks.
I only fiddled it that 1 week, Mel.
You only needed to do 1 week.
Yeah. The rest I didn't care.
But yeah, Geezer, any final words before we end the stream?
Good luck, Leeds. Good luck, Leeds, mate. I hope you get through. I hope you get past them and get up. And yeah, should be a big day for you boys. When's that? Is that Saturday or Sunday or when is that?
Sunday. So Epic up Saturday.
Right.
Playoff.
Sunday the playoff.
Sunday.
Good luck. Good luck with that. I hope they get up, man. Because it's a fucking long haul to miss out at that stage, isn't it? You've got to do it all again next year. So, yeah.
Oh, he said, no, it wasn't. He said he won the other week. Do your own
Yeah,
work,
I know
Dicko.
you fucking did. I was just fucking taking a piss.
Geezer knows.
Right.
Right.
What I'll try and do, I'm going to try and work out and get something printed out so all the columns are all there or something. Save me writing it all freehand. Even though I write it all freehand, but at least I'd have something to work to.
So what are you telling me? You're going to get a clipboard for next season?
Yeah, get a clipboard, mate. Get really professional. Get a clipboard.
You're the new Clippy. What's he say? Titch called me champ, called you chimp. So he said,
not the first time. Dear. Anyway,
but
record holder, Mel. That's all you got to call me. Record holder. Remember that show? Or was that Record Breakers? Yeah.
Record Breakers. But yeah, it's been fun. I enjoy every Friday. Look forward to doing it. And yeah, nothing. It would change, but it won't change. We'll be here every Friday. And yeah, look forward to you lot just tuning in and just chatting. Whatever you lot want to talk about, just throw it in the chat from, in the now that the season's done, and we'll just chat. Mount says, get a brain. Get a brain, it would help.
Fucking too late for that, Mel. It's like too late for that, boy.
Right, you lot. We will see you next Friday. Much appreciated. Well done, everybody.
Yeah, well done, guys. For turning up every week, that's a hell of an effort, really. It really is.
It is. So I really, I know Geezer does well. We appreciate you lot turning up week in, week out. Much appreciated. Yeah, we will see you next Friday at 10 p.m. Ciao.
Ciao. Laters.
Laters. In that.